Demolition crews on scene by backhoe.
On this Tuesday morning, it is November 19th. Thanks so much for joining us here on ARC Rochester. I'm Abby Fridman.
And I'm Dan Schreck. We've got a lot to come this morning here on ARC Rochester, including this week's edition of Crime Stoppers. And this morning, we're getting some tips from the Monroe County Sheriff's Office on how to protect yourself and your neighbors from porch pirates and delivery theft.
Yeah, and then later on, the holiday season is underway, and we're getting a look at some of the must-have toys of the year. For me growing up, it was Furby. That was a huge one.
Oh, was it?
It really was.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What year was that?
You don't need to know.
No? The early 2000s?
It was the early 2000s.
Sure was. I'm going to guess 2006, 2007.
It was actually earlier than that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Look at you.
But they talked. You know what I mean? They were like, Furby. Like, they did the thing and they blink. And
Are you aware of my relationship with Furby?
I am aware,
okay.
Yes. I am. But we eventually had to hide them because they were getting too freaky. In the middle of the night, they'd Furby.
They were.
Yeah,
they were
freaky.
The first ones they had in the mid-90s that came out were even scarier. They were.
Yeah.
They were
you know what?
frightening.
Mine was, I believe, end of the 90s.
Okay.
Is when I had it, yeah.
So it was probably that same version.
Yeah. Hey, producer, you know, I'll tell you during the break.
We kind of want to know now.
Well, you already. I was just going to say, you should look up Dan's relationship with Furbies.
No, you don't have to look that up. No. You can tell her that during the break. Before that, we're going to check in with we're going to do our poll of the day because we want to just get away from that topic as quickly as possible.
Oh, we're just a couple days away from Thanksgiving. We want to know, what do you look for in a turkey as you shop for the perfect bird? Daniel, the options.
The options are bigger is better, price matters, if it's organic, no turkey for me, tofurkey all the way.
Do you prepare it a certain way?
No.
No?
No.
You just
go out. Listen, I'd gnaw on it raw, I'm sure.
Oh, all right, never mind. All right,
I'm
head
okay
to our X account. You can also scan the QR code on your screen to take you to the poll right now. Submit your answers, and don't forget, you can always comment below. We'll share the results and some of your responses, as long as they're nice, coming up at the end of our next hour.
The tofurkey is always so unnaturally salty. It's so good.
That's so gross.
I'm sure it's terrible for
like
you
wet.
just because of the sodium.
Hey, you know what? We should also add that you can watch us on YouTube right now.
Yeah.
And it's live streamed, so you can comment on the live stream.
We'll pull it up. We'll read
up.
These comments.
We'll chat with you. That's the C in community for ARC.
How do you like that?
You know.
Community-based, baby. All right, let's check in with meteorologist Marty Snyder. We're talking about some cooler temperatures on par from where we are this time of year. It's just about average, Marty.
That's it, yeah, back into the 30s for a lot of the readings, allowed for at least a little bit of frost to form overnight, and even a little bit of fog. We'll look at the time lapse from earlier today. You can see some of that fog as it set up across the area. Then we got into a pretty sunrise. You can see some of that color off the clouds there. We're going to see some sun on and off as we go through the day today. Maybe that mix of sun and clouds that we do see. Towards the end of the day, the chance is there for a shower, but still most of today does stay dry. We'll see highs today anywhere from 50 to the lower 50s. Again, slight risk of a shower late today, but in general, mainly dry with at least some fairly quiet weather conditions for much of the day today.
Marty, I don't know if you can tell, we are actually live on YouTube because if you don't turn your phone volume down, it comes out full blast when other people are talking.
Is that
very
what that
distracting.
was? I was wondering what that noise
Very
was.
distracting. Quick shout out to Robert. Good morning. Thanks
Hey,
for
good
watching
morning,
us on
Robert.
YouTube, Robert.
Thanks, Robert.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
Forecast not so bad. We'll get through it. It is that time of year where it is going to be expected that sooner or later something's going to be falling from the sky.
Yep, so it goes. Time right now is 8:04. We're going to turn now to our continuing coverage. Rochester firefighters continuing their investigation after a massive fire broke out on the west side last night.
Yeah, officials say at least one firefighter was injured in that 4-alarm fire. All happened inside of a vacant building on Canal Street. Chris Lopez is live at that scene this morning where demolition got underway. Chris, what's it look like now?
Yeah, we're in a parking lot off the intersection of Main and Canal, and there's two backhoe loaders right now that resemble tractor trailers demolishing the building. They've been doing so for a few hours now. We'll continue to keep you updated on their progress as we make our way throughout the morning. But it was a 4-alarm fire that started at about 7:15 last night, and it's in a commercial or on a commercial building on Canal Street. Dozens of firefighters battled the fire. We are told about 56 in total were battling the fire. The roof of the building collapsed during the blaze. We can confirm, and we do know that the building was indeed vacant. One firefighter was hurt, but we don't know the extent of the injuries. We'll keep you updated on that. There was an apartment building that was evacuated. It was adjacent next to this building, but that was due out of precaution. Here's Rochester Fire Lieutenant Jackie Sierra talking about the extent of the fire.
Again, the size of the structure is a challenge in itself. With the amount of fire, it's hard to get to the seat of the fire. Again, structural collapse is a big challenge for us. We had to stay 75 feet away from the building, and obviously the roof did collapse.
There's still smoke coming out of the building right now as they start to demolish, as they continue to demolish this building. Like I said, there's two, I believe they're called fire hoe loaders. Yes, backhoe loaders. Like I said, they resemble tractor trailers. They've just been demolishing throughout the morning the side piece of the building. This is probably going to take a few days to get this entire building down, and we'll keep you updated throughout the morning here live as well as online on 13wham.com. Reporting in Rochester, Chris Lopez, 13wham News.
Still a lot of unanswered questions
Yes.
this morning, Chris, but we appreciate the live report. Keep us posted with any new developments, and we're going to check back in with you in just a little bit.
And we will keep you at home posted on anything we learn about the cause of this fire as that information comes in. We'll keep you updated right here on Arc Rochester and online at 13wham.com.
Time right now is 8:07. We have a lot more to get to this morning on Arc Rochester.
We're back on the other side of the break.
You're gonna look short anyway.
All right,
No,
can
but
we
it's
just
gonna
get
be
a
like-
mic check from you guys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And say your name.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Mateo.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Evelyn.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Brooke.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Dan.
All right, we're all set.
She's
Me,
Abby.
I'm Abby. It's with a Y, no E.
8:10, and in your community, a local high school is putting on a production of The Diary of Anne Frank, telling the story of her life amid the Holocaust.
Yeah, this morning we're joined by some of the cast members to talk about the play. Good morning to all of you. Would you mind introducing yourselves? Tell everybody your name, your grade, and your role in the play.
I'm Matteo Cerventi. I'm a junior, and I'm Otto Frank.
I'm Evelyn Fellows. I'm a senior, and I play Anne.
I'm Brooke Hoffer. I'm also a senior, and I play Mr. Doozle.
Now, The Diary of Anne Frank, the show has been staged, a million times all around the world. When you're taking on this play, what sort of research did you have to do to get into character, to discover who these people are?
Well, at the beginning, we had actually multiple days, before we'd even started rehearsing, dedicated to all of us together learning about each of these characters and kind of then picking out what we could best portray on stage. So we gave them all a secret as to improve our connection with them. And then we all, I think, individually used Google to kind of be to kind of look at who are these people, even just on a baseline. And we kind of found through the process that they were all quite wonderful people.
Yeah, and what was it like getting into character as you prepare for your performance, getting in that mindset for a topic that is so well known and so sad and so heavy?
Well, it's different than most shows because we're playing actual people. We're not characters. So getting into character was really just getting in the mindset of what's going on in the world at the time and just acknowledging that.
That's got to be difficult, though, when you get into that headspace. Did you find it challenging to try and separate yourself? Rehearsal's over, we got to go home, I got swim practice, and we got to think about the paper that's due tomorrow. Was it difficult to disconnect a little bit from the life that you're trying to bring on stage to, going to Spanish class?
Well, I think the script itself and the actual diary does a great job of portraying the humanity of these people. It's not just, and Mr. says wonderfully put in his director's note, it's not a show about death, it's a show about life and just the humanity of these people. So it was easier than expected to kind of get into these characters because you see they're going through their daily lives, they have these struggles that we can relate to. It's like, oh, we're all annoyed by the people we live with. And so it's like, kind of that aspect of it makes it easier. And there's also, of course, there's the tragedy, which, but
that was a bit harder to separate, is carrying this weight. We are not these people, but we are acting through what they experienced on a minuscule level compared to what it actually was. And so even just feeling that sliver of what they were experiencing, it was definitely it hurts, but you're also at the same time so grateful to be experiencing this with other people who are doing it's not like all of us are in this together. We're all very much handling it the same together in the same way that the people in the annex did, obviously again to a much lesser degree, but it was worth the weight that we carry.
Absolutely. How long have you been rehearsing?
2 months, I'd say, and then 3 days a week for 2 hours. So we've obviously had time to get very close. It's a cast of 10 people.
Wow.
And we've had time to get very close with each other. And I think that aspect of having such a small cast and this closeness made it truly realistic that we are in a confined space with these people for hours at a time, just like the people were. So that really helps. And well, we've done a lot of cast bonding. We go to Chipotle a lot.
Yeah.
Fair.
Stetzel said that we didn't need to do any actual cast bonding because
we thought we would, and we didn't. It was very lucky. We all kind of somehow just clicked into place. It was like we all kind of silently agreed, or not very silently, but we were all just yeah, no, we're all basically one family, as Anne said, including not just cast, but we have a wonderful crew. We have a ton of amazing people working behind the scenes who will not get the recognition because it takes away from, like, we don't want to have crew on stage because we don't want to break the illusion, but they are still working their butts off behind the scenes, getting us, like, with costume changes. We have each cast member has another stage member individually assigned just to us, just to help us with quick changes, because we have to be on and off in different costumes every single scene. And yeah, they're awesome.
We're running low on time, and I do want to know ticketing information, but I have one last question to ask of the three of you. This show is so magical because it is so educational at the same time. And regardless of whether or not you heard this lesson as a child, you read the play growing up in high school, or you're an adult sitting in the audience, what do you hope people take away when they see this show?
I hope they take away just to be a kind and good person no matter what, and that despite all the challenges in the world, that they can still use kindness and the love for each other to just be a better person. And as Anne says at the end, I truly believe that people are good at heart, and I genuinely agree with that message, that you can find the good in everyone.
All right. Thank you
Anybody
so
else
much.
want to share? No? You agree?
I think that sums it up quite well.
That's a solid response.
Yeah.
All right, ticketing information. If somebody's sitting at home says, okay, I need to get the family, we got to go see this show, what do they need to know?
November 21st, 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. Tickets are $10. You can, they're at Webster Thomas High School. You can buy them at the door or at hometownticketing.com.
Perfect. 7 p.m. showtime. We'll post all of this information on our website, foxrochester.com, after the show.
Thank you all very much for
Thank you so
coming in
much.
today.
Thank
you.
We appreciate it. Time right now is 8:17. Much more to come this morning here on ARC Rochester.
We're back after this.
One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Can you still not hear me? back. It's time for this morning's segment of Filling Your Feed, where we share some of the top stories we are following this morning and what you need to know about them. We have been following an ongoing investigation all morning into a massive fire that broke out on the city's west side last night. Officials say at least one firefighter was injured in the 4-alarm fire inside a vacant building on Canal Street. We go live to our Chris Lopez, who is at the scene this morning. At last check, Chris, demolition was still underway. What can you tell us about what's going on right now?
Yeah, we're in a parking lot off the intersection of Main and Canal. Across the street from me is I think it's the 1872 Cafe, to put some context as to where we are. This is a commercial street with a bunch of commercial buildings. Crews are demolishing. They've been demolishing throughout the morning for about 2 hours now. Those are backhoe loaders that are working on that building. Like you said, it was a 4-alarm fire. It started yesterday at 7:15 p.m. Dozens of firefighters battled the fire. We were told about 56 in total. It was a massive fire. While the fire was going on, the roof of the building collapsed during the blaze, and we can confirm that the building was vacant. Though we don't know if anyone was in the vacant building. We'll keep you updated on that. One firefighter was hurt. We don't know the extent of the injuries. I've reached out to Rochester PIO Jackie. She's yet to come back to me with the extent of those injuries, but we'll keep you updated on that. Here she is talking about the extent of the fire.
Again, the size of the structure is a challenge in itself. With the amount of fire, it's hard to get to the seat of the fire. Again, structural collapse is a big challenge for us. We had to stay 75 feet away from the building, and obviously the roof did collapse.
Canal Street is shut down for the foreseeable future. There is Rochester Police Department on standby blocking off Canal Street. There is a Rochester fire presence here as well. And then you have those crews working on the building. So we'll keep you updated here live as well as online at 13wham.com. Reporting in Rochester, Chris Lopez, 13wham News.
All right, Chris, thank you. And as you heard Chris say, we have reached out to Rochester firefighters to see if there's more information that we can learn about the cause of this fire, as well as the extent of those injuries to that firefighter. Hey, stick around. We have much more here on ARC Rochester. We're back after this.
8:26. Good Tuesday morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us here on Arc Rochester. I'm Dan Strack.
I'm Abby Fridman. We still have a lot to get to this morning. We're going to jump right into our next segment to take a look at some of the stories that are trending right now.
And we're going to start things out. What's that?
Everyone's favorite.
Everyone's favorite, yours especially. Starting things out west, a story in California. 22 amusement park visitors got a longer ride than they ever anticipated when they got stuck on an attraction in midair.
Yeah, this was at Knott's Berry Farm in Buena Park, California. The amusement park releasing a statement explaining all of it. They said this ride, the Soul Spin, experienced some technical difficulties, causing the ride to stop mid-cycle.
Yeah, something tells me the souls were leaving people's bodies while they were stuck up there, okay? The riders were stuck above the ground for more than 2 hours. Some of them, precariously, sideways, upside down. That's no fun.
Yeah, I would be crying. Mechanics brought in a crane. They were eventually able to lower the ride so folks could get off. 2 people were hospitalized for evaluation. Thankfully, no serious injuries were reported.
The ride is listed as the park's highest thrill level and should only be ridden by the brave.
Oh, boy.
Listen, I think we got to rework that advertising, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
So here's my question.
Sure.
You leave the park, you're on this ride, you walk up to the gate and they say, we're so sorry, we apologize. Now, I don't know what Knott's Berry Farm did.
Sure.
But they offer you tickets for another go at the park. Do you take them, or do you say, thanks, you're going to hear from my lawyer soon?
No.
No?
No, it was, they said that the ride was functioning properly earlier in the day. Issues happened. Nobody was seriously hurt. At least if it happened to me, I'd take the tickets and I'd give them to somebody else.
Look at and just say, avoid that thing.
Yeah, happy holidays. Here you go.
I like it. Regift. All right, let's move on to a holiday story. Coca-Cola has released a commercial, but it's falling flat with a lot of consumers.
Yeah, fans, every year they look forward to the Coca-Cola holiday ads, but this year's didn't exactly bring joy. Instead, made a lot of people uncomfortable.
Yeah, the reason is because it was an ad.
Let's see if we could pull up the new ad. Let's see.
Here we go. And that's a fake thumb.
Fake squirrel.
Fake squirrel.
Wait. Okay. Never mind. I'm just gonna. Okay, well, there are your polar bears.
Okay, there are my polar bears.
You can definitely tell that there's something off with those bears, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
It reminds me
of... this also does have music. There is a music bit.
Do you want to hum while I talk?
No, because it's not the same music.
All right, that's fine. But it's, like we said, it's definitely very similar to the one from the 90s.
Mm-hmm. Only it's AI generated.
Yeah. So it's an 80-second ad, which feels a lot longer right now.
It does.
There's not much going on.
Well, I think the question here is, should we be switching over?
Yeah.
This is a lot of industry right now, toying with an idea here that this took, the cost of producing this commercial, comparatively speaking, to that other commercial from a decade or a few decades ago, I'm sure is nominal. Because how many people does that take? One person to type up Coca-Cola Company at the bottom of the screen?
Yeah. Well, and I think a lot of it also comes down to the artistic element of it, right? You had set
100%.
designers, you had, animators, you had all of this stuff, actors, and then it all kind of falls by the wayside. People on social media very upset with this decision. A good number of them. Some are fine with it. But we have Landon here who says, it feels painfully ironic that they're using real magic as a slogan while making the fakest, most talentless ad of all time. Woof, Landon.
Landon, best.
These are fighting words right
Coming
there.
in hot there. Alex says, fun fact, Coca-Cola is red because it's made from the blood of out-of-work artists. Ooh, that one got gory.
Got a
real
little dark,
fast,
guys.
That's okay, Alex.
Interesting pick. All right. Sir Goofy said, this is why Pepsi is better. Bold statement there.
It is a bold statement, but listen, I'm willing to bet there are people out there that are going to say, I'm not going to go with the company who's using AI.
Yeah. I'd be interested. Did Pepsi put out a commercial yet? Do they put out a commercial for the holidays?
I would imagine they do. I don't know that any of them are as iconic or as memorable.
So if I was in charge of
Hit
Pepsi,
me.
I would create the most obscene, like, human element commercial of all time. Like, hire just as many people as possible and just be like, this is real. This is not AI.
Just a group of people holding cans of Pepsi, drinking them for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Think of all of the jobs created
All
right
the
there.
jobs created.
Right there. And they don't have to come up with somebody in advertising because we just gave them the idea right here.
You don't even have to pay me. That was free
no,
right
take the
there.
money.
How about 2 amusement park tickets?
Knott's Berry Farm is where we want to go. All right, we're going to move on to another story that questions the intentions of AI. Closed captioning TV cameras at a robotics company in China captured this bizarre... have you seen this?
I have not.
It's a bizarre video.
Okay. Let's see if we can pull it up there.
Okay.
12 large robots.
Yes.
Being kidnapped by another manufacturer's robot?
Uh-huh.
All right.
Yeah. The small robot can be seen making its way into the company's showroom at night. It rolls over to a big group of robots and begins engaging in a conversation with the robots.
Okay.
So tell them what the baby bot said.
Conversation goes, are you working overtime? The robot says, I never get off work. And so the other one says, so you're not going home? The other one says, I don't have a home. And then he says, come home with me.
And they do. The little robot then convinced 12 robots to follow it out of the showroom. I don't believe all 12. I think only 4 ended up following it out of the showroom. The company, though, revealed later that the whole situation, this was conducted as an experiment by these robotics companies, which seems like an intelligent thing to do.
Would we really call it kidnapping, though? It sounds like the art of persuasion.
It really does sound like
he made a great case.
He did. You guys are not getting overtime and you don't have a home? Come home with me.
Come on over. It's called being a good host. The manufacturer of the small robot contacted the facility, asked if they would allow the robot to come into their showroom and test the persuasion of their robot. Besides the agreement to have the robot inside the showroom, nothing else was staged.
No. Many people are saying while it is funny, the outcome is a bit terrifying. But here's the thing. This is why they're running the experiment. This is why you do testing on things like this. There is the full video online that I saw yesterday, and as all of these robots are slowly making their way out, you see their group of humans slowly walking along and following all of these robots to their new home.
You know, I don't know. It all comes back to the Terminator for me. It's all a little freaky.
Wow.
What?
Really? That's where it goes?
Well, you know.
You don't go to, like, the robots that help people cross the street or anything? You go to Terminator?
I don't think I've ever seen a movie where the robots help the people cross the street.
Well, no, because that's no fun.
Because then they turn into the Terminator. We all know.
All right, our final story this morning. What's more popular than celebrities? Well, it's celebrity lookalike contests lately.
Is it? In recent weeks, a trend has taken over some major cities across the globe, hosting celebrity lookalike contests in public squares. We've talked about a few of them here on Arc Rochester.
Some of them are really rough. The trend began with the Timothy Chalamet lookalike contest in New York City last month. There's the winner.
Yeah, pretty good.
I mean, he's wearing the same outfit.
All right.
And I think that's it.
So that was the winner. It's expanded rapidly. Other popular contests have included Harry Styles, Paul Mescal, Dev Patel. Am I saying that right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And then just this past weekend, hundreds showed up for the Jeremy Allen White lookalike contest in Chicago and a Zayn Malik lookalike contest in New York. Oh my gosh.
So no one knows why these contests have become the new trend. Many winners really only get bragging rights or minimal prize money. But a lot of people on social media are saying the people who are winning really don't even look like the celebrities.
Yeah. So we also have our own celebrity lookalikes. According to ChatGPT, we do.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so that was mine.
Oh, look at this.
I do kind of see it. This is Mila Kunis from That 70s Show. have been told I do, you know, resemble
Yeah.
and also act like her sometimes too from that 70s show.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
she could be a little
I can buy it.
sister vibe.
There's
you are.
me as Neil Patrick Harris, or Neil Patrick Harris, or me looking like Neil Patrick Harris, I
You
guess.
definitely do.
Yeah.
I
can see it.
I don't
And-
like that they cut off your hair in that picture.
Yeah,
though.
I don't
that
know
was
why
a
we
little...
did. It's a little rude. I have this one I've heard before.
Yeah.
This one I've heard before. I think we have another one of yours. I think we each have 3, don't we?
No,
Oh, just
the
these 2.
2. Okay. Oh.
The top result from
results.
chat. The other results you never would have wanted to see.
What were yours? You had Anderson Cooper.
I got Anderson Cooper
Yeah.
and what's his name? Opie. Opie. Come
I don't
on,
know. I don't
people.
know.
Ron Howard.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Took me a second.
Yeah. Well, it's okay. We can have some breathing room. I got, who did I get? Catherine Zeta-Jones from
Yes.
Chicago.
Yep.
And,
Well, and from a ton of other things.
you know, but
from
specifically
Chicago.
from
Yes,
the
yes.
Chicago era.
Yes.
And then who else did I get? Katie Holmes.
Yes, that's right.
So super nice. Thank you.
Yeah,
Woo.
we're not angry at these results. The other
Very
ones, though,
generous.
the actual contests they had, I feel like we got to do better.
I would not win. If I showed up to a Mila Kunis lookalike contest, I would not win.
No,
No.
I don't know. We just saw it. I think there was a resemblance.
Yeah, but like, I'm sure that there are others that resemble Mila Kunis more.
What if there were an Abby Friedman lookalike contest?
That would be crazy.
That would be kind of
You've
crazy.
got to have the crooked mouth.
8:39. Stick around. We have more to come here on Arc Rochester this morning.
We're back after this.
Oh boy.
Jackie, can you send my...
Welcome back. We're going to turn now to some developing news as Rochester firefighters continue their investigation on that massive fire that broke out on the city's west side last night.
Yeah, officials say at least one firefighter was injured in that 4-alarm fire, all breaking out inside of a vacant building on Canal Street. Chris Lopez has been live at the scene for us all morning long. Demolition got underway during the early morning hours. Chris, what's that scene look like now?
Yeah, we're in a parking lot on the intersection of Main and Canal Street, and for the past 2 hours, 2 backhoe loaders behind me have been demolishing the side of the building. There's still Rochester Fire here. There's Rochester Police Department here blocking off the entrance to Canal Street. And like I said, since we arrived, they have been demolishing that. The top of the building is pretty much rubble. There's still smoke coming out of it, and that was a 4-alarm fire that started yesterday at 7:15. It is a vacant commercial building on Canal Street. We're told dozens of firefighters battled the fire last night, about 56 in total. The roof of the building collapsed during the blaze. Like you said, 1 firefighter was hurt. I did reach out to Rochester Fire to learn the extent of those injuries, and I was told, I can tell you that this is Rochester PIO Jackie Sierra telling me, I can tell you the injury last night was not major. And then she's going to shoot me another text to let me know the update. So we're going to keep you updated on that firefighter throughout the morning. But once again, nothing major in the injury of that firefighter that was working to put out that fire last night. There was an apartment building that was adjacent to that building there, and it was evacuated out of precaution. And here is Jackie Sierra. She's a lieutenant with Rochester Fire, talking about the extent of it.
Again, the size of the structure is a challenge in itself. With the amount of fire, it's hard to get to the seat of the fire. Again, structural collapse is a big challenge for us. We had to stay 75 feet away from the building, and obviously the roof did collapse.
Canal Street is shut down for the foreseeable future. There's a Rochester police vehicle blocking off the entrance, so they're asking to not make your way down this street right now, and we're going to work to learn the cause of the fire. If anyone was in the vacant building that was hurt or was injured, we're going to keep you updated here live as well as online at 13wham.com. Reporting in Rochester, Chris Lopez, 13wham News.
All right, Chris Lopez out there for us live. Thank you, sir. We appreciate it.
Time right now is 8:44. Stick around, much more to get to here on ARC Rochester. When we come back, we have this week's Crime Stoppers.
We are back after this. The actress.
Oh, mic check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hello.
Hello. Can we do a mic check for Mr. Hurley? No, I know. I just told Cam to tell him. I am going to go out there.
Where he is. I could grab him.
Oh, it's okay. Is he not out there?
Okay, are you turning on our mics for that or no? Because sometimes I feel like...
He's not out there. $8.47.
You want to do the whole thing together?
Yeah, we can.
All
we
right,
can.
Great. This week's segment of Crime Stoppers this morning, as we approach the gift-giving season, it's important to be aware of those who may be looking to do a little porch shopping.
Yeah, here with us this morning, Deputy Brendan Hurley from the Monroe County Sheriff's Office to talk about package theft and, most importantly, prevention. That is key. Thank you so much for waking up and coming in to talk to us about this.
Thanks for having me.
I imagine on a yearly basis, you guys get hundreds, if not thousands, of calls about reported porch pirates.
Absolutely. I was reading an article the other day, and I think it said 26 million Americans have been the victim of a porch pirate. So it seems like we talk about this every year because we do, and it's because it continues to happen. So again, we just want to offer a couple quick tips to help people, not fall victim to porch pirates. So simple things like request a signature, right? So if you're not home, the delivery company will then take it back to their office, and then you can pick it up. It won't just sit outside in your apartment or on your porch all day long. The other thing you could do is you could have it delivered somewhere where someone's going to be home, a trusted friend, a trusted relative, somebody like that, just somewhere where someone's going to be able to receive that package for you. Because ultimately what you don't want is your package ending up in the wrong hands.
Mm-hmm.
It almost seems like the Ring doorbell and the security systems aren't even a deterrent anymore.
Yeah, I think they're very common, and the thieves think that they can just get in and out real quick, but we always recommend having a good surveillance, which part of that also is making sure that your camera's working, make sure it's recording, making sure that you have an unobstructed view. If you have, hedges or bushes, make sure they're trimmed neatly so that you can see your front door or the porch, wherever it's going to be. Just something that you're going to be able to capture that person.
In a lot of these instances, even though we're seeing, like for this case right here, we're seeing an individual walk up on a porch and you can't see the face because it's covered. Same here, we've got a hood. The good thing about having these doorbells is you can sometimes maybe get a license plate number, you can get a vehicle description, you can get other details that you might need to try and solve this.
You're right, and we always like to say that public safety is a community effort. So because your Ring camera may not catch that, and they wear their hood or they cover their face for your Ring camera, your neighbors might. Your neighbor might catch their car, or like you said, the license plate. So it's definitely a community effort, so be a good neighbor. If you see something suspicious, call 911, that's what we're here for. We'll come out, we'll check, we'll talk to the people, figure out what they're doing, do a traffic stop, whatever we gotta do to try to help.
Sorry, I'm just trying to think of how I want to word this. When it comes to the packages, do they look for anything in particular? Do they look for those Amazon boxes? Do they look for bigger boxes, smaller boxes that can be easily grabbed?
Yeah.
A little bit of all.
Yeah, a little bit of all, right? And it depends on the person. So we've seen it where it's the delivery person themselves, right? They walk up, they put the package down, they take a picture, and then they pick it up and they walk away with it, right? Caught on the camera. We've seen it where they actually follow the delivery van or the truck or whatever it is, and they stop every stop you make, and they look at it, they figure out. You'll have people who will just take everything, and then they'll go through it at the end of the day, which, sometimes they're probably disappointed, but so is the person whose package it was. There is a trend out there right now of booby trapping packages. We don't recommend people do that. As funny as it may be to watch on your phone on YouTube, we don't recommend people do that because, liability, and it's just not worth your time.
What do you say? I have seen a couple of reports as of late where there's video of individuals chasing suspects down the street, trying to stop them, trying to get their goods back that have been removed from their porch. I would imagine that's something that the Monroe County Sheriff's Office would not recommend. Let's leave this to the professionals. They got away with it. It's just an item. There's no need to put yourself at risk.
Yeah, because you have to, a lot of these people aren't dangerous, but some of them could be, right? Are they stealing to feed a habit? Is this something that they absolutely need to do and they're going to fight for it? So we never recommend that people take matters into their own hands, right? You're not a trained professional. You're not getting paid to do that. That's what we're here for. Let us do that. Be the best witness that you can be. Get a good description, license plate, even if it's a partial license plate with a good color or make or model of a car. We're pretty good at what we'll do, and we'll figure out who that person is.
I like that advice, though. Be the best witness
be the best
you
witness.
Can be.
Yep, absolutely.
That's good.
Very good. Thank you so much for coming in
Thanks
today.
For having me.
We appreciate it. All good advice. And, don't be a victim.
Yeah,
don't
be a victim. Absolutely. We'll post all of this and much more on our website, foxrochester.com, after the show this morning.
Don't go anywhere. We have much more to get to here on ARC Rochester. We're continuing into the 9 o'clock hour.
We're back after this. Is there a position?
There hasn't been any.
Okay.
To my knowledge.
Okay, 1, 2.
I've talked to Joe.
Good Tuesday morning. I'm Stephanie Joseph. Thank you so much for tuning in. Here's your ARC Rochester news break. A vacant building in Rochester is being demolished after a massive fire last night that also injured a firefighter. More than 50 were on scene at Canal Street last night, battling the flames for hours. The blaze broke out at the vacant building around 7:15 Monday night. An adjacent apartment building was evacuated out of precaution. There's no word yet on the condition of that injured firefighter or the cause of this fire. And we have now learned the identity of the 2 people found dead inside a Rochester nursing home room after an apparent murder-suicide Sunday morning. Investigators say 70-year-old Robert Abert entered the Pearl Nursing Center on Portland Avenue, shot and killed his 94-year-old mother, Florence, then turned the gun on himself. Both were pronounced dead at the scene. Police tell us Florence had lived there for less than 3 weeks. In a statement, the facility said in part, quote, "Our thoughts and prayers go out to the family of the resident directly impacted by Sunday's event. We would like to take this moment to express our gratitude to the members of the Rochester Police Department for their prompt response to the facility to protect our resident staff and any family members that were visiting." A motive for the shooting has not been announced. In Genesee County, 2 people are awaiting sentencing in connection to the death of a sheriff's sergeant earlier this year. Michael Elmore and Lindsay Wilcox pled guilty to multiple charges yesterday after investigators say the 2 attacked Sergeant Thomas Sanfratello at Batavia Downs in March, leading to his death. Police say Sanfratello responded to the casino to escort the pair out after a fight, when authorities say Wilcox became combative and Elmore re-entered the building, hitting the sergeant with a metal necklace and putting him in a chokehold. The sheriff's office says Sanfratello became unresponsive and later died. Elmore pled guilty to aggravated manslaughter and faces between 10 and 20 years in prison with 5 years of post-release supervision. Wilcox pled guilty to assault and faces a split sentence of no more than 6 months in prison plus 5 years probation. Elmore is set to be sentenced next month, Wilcox in January. Rochester police are also investigating a hit-and-run crash that left a car on its roof. It happened just after 11 o'clock when police say a stolen Kia was traveling south on Edgerton Street when it hit an unoccupied car, causing the Kia to flip. The occupants of the Kia fled before officers arrived. Anyone with information should call 911. 2 women were arrested after a police chase ended at the public market. Police say just before 5, officers spotted the two women, 18 and 19 years old, in a vehicle that was reported stolen from South Avenue yesterday morning. Officers say during the chase, an RPD cruiser crashed into an uninvolved car at the intersection of St. Paul and Cumberland Streets. The officers were not hurt. One person in the other vehicle was taken to the hospital with minor injuries. Now, for all of these top stories and any updates, be sure to visit our website, 13web.com. Stick around. ARC Rochester is back right after this.
on this Tuesday morning. It is November 19th. Thanks so much for joining us here on ARC Rochester. I'm Abby Friedman.
I'm Stephanie Joseph.
And I'm Dan Schrack. And we still have a lot more to come this morning right here on ARC Rochester, including we're getting a special preview of the RIT Players' upcoming production of She Loves Me. The show's directors will join us in studio with more on that play.
Yeah, and then later we're going to go over our results for our poll of the day. Since we're just a couple days away from Thanksgiving, we asked you, what do you look for in a turkey as you shop for the perfect bird? The options are the heavier the better. It all depends on the price. It's got to be organic, or you're avoiding turkey altogether.
You can continue to weigh in on our X account, otherwise known as Twitter, or you can scan that QR code that you saw, or even right here. Here we go. That QR code on your screen right now with your smartphone to get there right now. Submit your answers, and don't forget to comment.
And we will have those results and some of those responses coming up at the end of the broadcast at 9:55 this morning.
Yep. All right, we're going to get right into the rest of our show this morning because today is a very special national holiday.
Yeah, so international holiday then?
No. International, national,
International Journalists
Imagine that
Day.
that says international.
Yes, yes. I haven't ever seen that one. I like that.
Really?
Yeah.
We use it.
Oh, that's nice.
It's pretty good, right?
Nice, yeah. So we're going to celebrate today. We're going to take a look at some of our early days in the field.
This is really, really painful. So we have some of the stuff from when I was at Brockport. We have one video from Dan here at 13 Wham.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have 3 videos of Steph while she was at Boston University. I think I just included my Brockport stuff. I did not include anything from when I was at Syracuse. The Brockport days, though, are pretty bad. I'm going to warn you.
Love
Very
it.
not good.
I can't wait to
so
see
are
it.
we going
I'm
to watch
excited.
them? How's this working? Abby first.
All right.
Here we go.
Oh, look
the
at
news
that.
minute.
Does it have
Can
sound?
you get sound?
No sound.
Yeah, that's okay. It's actually better
Oh
without
my
sound.
gosh.
Yeah, there I am.
Oh my
No, it
goodness.
is better without sound.
We've got the blondish hair
Yes,
there.
I've never
Bright
seen.
blonde, actually. You can't tell.
Wonderful backdrop.
You
Somebody
It's
look
said
good.
that shot.
overexposed.
You
Well,
look.
just
You,
a tad,
that's okay. You
yeah.
look confident. You're standing in one place. You're not too jittery or movie.
I also talked like this at the time.
Did you?
My voice
maybe
was
that's
super
good that we didn't have
Yeah,
audio
if
then.
only
Yeah.
we had the sound.
Really, really good.
Do we have any more of her?
We've got a couple, I think. Unfortunately, oh, yeah.
Hello.
Wait, which one is you? Oh my
All right.
It got longer.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I was pretty blonde. Actually, so sitting right next to me, there's Kayla Green. Kayla.
Did they not have lights for Kayla and you took all of them?
One spotlight.
Yeah.
You know, a shining star. What can I say?
Get in there. I need to see the next one.
What is this? Oh,
What's
God.
up?
I cannot tell you how much I hate
What's
this show.
up? What's
It was like
down?
a trending, like,
Ooh.
oh, here are the top stories. You know how much I love entertainment news. Oh,
Oh,
God,
yeah.
there it is.
Is
Yeah.
that Cassandra Batista?
Yes, it is. Former
Cassandra
13
Batista
Wham
used to be a producer
Yeah.
here.
Oh, my God.
Miss
This is
her. She lives in
horrible.
Chicago these days.
Cassandra's killing it. out
She
there.
is. She
yes.
is.
So yeah, both Brockport grads. We graduated the same year, which was awesome.
Love that.
And you can tell by my
didn't
face.
know that.
Yeah, just how much I loved doing entertainment news, which is what this was. Oh, we got another one.
Oh, we have
Great.
another news
Yeah.
minute.
So this was all part of Talent Television, which is Brockport's TV station. Yeah, right there.
Oh.
Yeah. I was very sick when I filmed this.
This is the morning report. I'm Abigail Friedman.
Higher.
I'm sure that's what it's.
Higher, less
I
confident.
love this so much. Oh, this is great.
So I didn't realize that I wanted to be a journalist until my last year at Brockport. I graduated in 3 years. So I was like ahead of schedule, and then I realized I was actually really behind schedule because I had not really done a lot of on-camera work, which is why I ended up going to Syracuse, long story short. But I wanted to be a writer, and that was it. So I had,
overachiever.
well,
So good.
if I'm really going to brag, I did my master's in one. So there you go. Mic drop.
Okay.
All right, let's move on. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Let's get to
Stephanie,
stuff.
let's see what we have
Heart-throbbing.
got. Okay.
Oh, oh
Look
gosh.
at this.
That's a nice
This is
shirt on
college,
you.
right?
Yes.
Who are we interviewing, Steph?
This was a professor. I can't even remember what this story was about.
morning to you.
Oh my gosh.
The lighting was nice.
That
Wow.
earpiece, I couldn't hear. I still can't hear.
What? All right, we need to get that fixed. This is
The
a very
strand of hair.
No, you're being like
cares?
really critical.
I would always, when it came to setting that shot, and then we won't talk about the lights, but when it came to setting that shot, because I was also producing The Wire at the same time, I was like, what is going on? We need to lower the camera. It was it was always a time.
I love
What
it.
a good time at
you,
that.
You know, you were such a rock star. Look at you go. I mean, you
look at
still are,
that.
obviously, but like, look at you.
Yikes.
Nice.
All-star.
Yeah.
All-star Steph. Steph, this is something you always wanted to do?
Yes. Yeah.
Out there among the people,
Tell. Yeah, you're gonna go far.
getting the job done.
All right, let's do Dan.
Okay.
Yay.
Do we have sound for Dan?
No
Why?
sound.
Sound.
It's okay.
Look at
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Okay. So here's the thing.
I know that
No,
backdrop.
I'm watching this yesterday and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so gaunt. I was running a lot. That's
Honestly,
that's all
like-
I was
Marathon, Dan? Was that
yeah.
your marathon era?
Yeah.
This is outside the 13 Web studio, is
Sure
it not?
is.
You're standing on Don
this
L.
was-
Hartway.
Yeah.
Yep. This was my first month here, and it actually might have been like my second day on air. There was
No
some pretty
way.
major flooding. Yeah. So pulled this from the archive.
So good. Your hair looks nice there. I like
Yeah.
it. It's like kind of curly.
Well, that's humidity and water.
I like it. And I
what it
also like
does.
that jacket. I would like a jacket like that.
It's in my trunk. I keep it because, yeah, it's a good rain jacket. No, it's actually hanging at my desk.
Oh, it might go missing. It wouldn't fit me.
Just
I can show you where Paul Stella keeps them.
Hey, Paul Stella, I know you're
great.
here.
I
I'm
haven't
sure you're
gotten one of
watching.
those.
You haven't? Have you had any jacket?
I've had a raincoat.
Okay.
Just like a windbreaker.
We need two of those rain jackets though, stat, right?
Yeah.
Stat.
Yikes.
Yeah. Let's put that in.
Either way. Well, let's get to the main point of it. We
'Kay.
all love our jobs. We all love being journalists. A lot of the time, people think that we just read the words on the screen, but especially with this show, there really are no words on the screen.
Yeah.
At least not really. Right now, it says most rewarding story you've covered. So
Oh.
let's answer that.
Ooh. Okay,
goodness.
let's start in the order that we watched everything.
Most rewarding story that I've covered. I mean, when I worked at my other stations, it was a lot of heavier news. So we didn't have a lot of great outcomes. But, you know, I worked a lot with families who were going through really sad times. And I know that by talking with them and sharing the stories of their loved ones, it gave them a little bit of closure. And I still keep in touch with them. And we just
Thank
got
you.
a raincoat. Paul,
Paul, do we have are there two?
come on in, Paul.
Paul Stella bringing us these
There
raincoats.
he is. Look at that.
That's like retro. I mean, so
I
I,
love
don't
it.
have too
I
many
love a
left,
good
but I had a
retro.
Mrs. Medium.
Oh, Mrs. Medium, that's me.
Wonderful.
Look at
Paul
that.
Stella,
Yeah,
the
I'll take a
man.
look for you too.
The myth,
So,
the legend. Thanks, Paul. You're the
Thank
man.
you, Paul.
Wow.
Look at that. Ask and you,
You
shall receive.
It's
We have
true.
such good
It's called the
people
power
here.
of the universe. I'm confident that if you just put things out there,
Manifest.
if our big boss up front, if he brought a check for $1 million into the studio,
I just bumped into him at the hall.
me too.
Oh my goodness.
So $1
You
million.
I did say if there's ever anything he wants to come in and to talk about on
Yeah.
air, to let us know, and we'll make it happen. So
Come
that's
on
worth
by.
$1 million.
End of the hall. You know where we are.
We have to get back to this, though.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
What was the question?
The most impactful story you've ever covered?
Yes.
I guess there's a bunch of them, but there was one that I did with a veteran, and he was looking for help to pay for surgery for his service dog, and just to see the community response and his reaction to that, it was just the best thing ever. Yeah.
I like that. I like that. I like anything with families and people. Listen, the hard news stories, there is so much benefit, and it's a necessity to tell those stories. A lot of times they're not the greatest stories because there's not a lot of joy in them. I do like when you can find those little nuggets of humanity and insert them in the story, or make sure they're highlighted in the story to make sure people are aware that, hey, as much as we know the sun is going to rise again tomorrow, we get a second chance at this. Let's see if we can make better decisions.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
You know, going back to those students that we interviewed at the beginning of the show this morning, there is good in everybody. You just have to find it.
That's exactly it. That is exactly it.
Well, hey, happy International Journalists Day.
Same to you.
Not just you guys, but to everybody here at 13
Yeah.
WAM, including the folks behind the scenes. We love you all very much.
Absolutely. Hey, stick around. We've got a lot more to come right here on ARC Rochester.
We're back after this.
Look at that. We're talking about your money this morning and protecting it. This is International Fraud Awareness Week, and the experts want to get the word out about protecting yourself from persistent scammers and recognizing the threats out there.
Yeah, Dan Carty is a corporate security officer with Community Bank. He's joining us this morning by Zoom. Thank you so much, Dan, for being here today. We appreciate it.
Good morning, Dan. Good morning, Abby. I'm glad to be on. Thank you for having me.
Let's get right into it because International Fraud Awareness Week, probably one of those weeks that goes under the radar, a little bit flies under the radar. A lot of people probably don't know, but so many people fall victim to scam and fraud.
Yes, unfortunately, I really appreciate you having the Awareness Week and calling attention to it. It happens more often than you think, and I have a whole team of people, and we do our best to try and mitigate some of those losses and hopefully try and prevent and educate the people before they become victims.
Dan, let me ask you, what are some of the most typical scams that you guys are seeing, especially this time of year as we head into the holidays, maybe even historically? What have you seen in years past that always creep up right around the holiday season?
Yeah, well, unfortunately, the bad guys don't seem to care whether it's a holiday or not. So they're trying all year round. Right now, the text message and email scams are still going strong. We ask people to be very vigilant about that, getting the text messages, trying to get you to follow links that don't seem to make any sense. And of course, you know, folks are trying to sell things online. A lot of times they fall victim to scams, getting bad checks and getting tricked into passing the money on to other bad guys.
Dan, as a corporate security officer, what exactly is your role? Do you help prevent scam, or do you help once people have been scammed, or both?
Actually, Abby, we try and do both. I have a whole team of people. We have several teams here that try and help out. We try and catch the scams before they do any harm to our customers. So we do a lot of reactive work, but whenever we can, we try and get out to the community. We try and reach out. We try and post things online, just trying to tip people off as to what to look out for, and you know, trying to encourage them to come see us before they commit to any sort of scams.
Dan, let me ask you, somebody at home has got some items listed on Facebook Marketplace. They're hoping to make a little extra cash before the holiday shopping gets done to check off items on the list. They sell something, they send it off, they get a check in the mail. Should they take that check to the bank, and before they deposit it, is there a way to check to make sure that it's a valid check, it's coming from an actual bank account, and that it's not some device that's going to get them in trouble at some point?
Great question, Jane. Yes, we ask that all the time. So the most common scam is you're selling something online. The bad guys offer to give you more money than what you're even asking, so that you can supposedly pay a shipper to sell, you know, to send this product out to somebody else. If you get the check in the mail, they'll normally try and send it to you quickly and ask you to deposit it quickly. Just ask us. Tell us the story. All our tellers, we hear these things all the time. We're more than happy to check it out and verify the check before you even deposit it. That way there's no fees, there's no harm to your credit, there's no possible losses. We do it all the time. Happy to do it. We'll be glad to check the document out for you.
And I imagine the sooner you guys are made aware of any sort of situation, the quicker any investigation can begin.
Absolutely. And if it just starts with a concern, then we'll work with you and we'll try and mitigate that concern. But if we think that maybe your information got compromised, we have a whole series of steps that we'll initiate to try and block the bad guys from getting access to your accounts or your information out there. And then we even have proactive steps that we can help you to protect your credit going forward. We'll teach you how to monitor your credit. We'll put fraud notices out there. I mean, we'll do everything we can to try and help you avoid any losses or possible compromises in the future.
I'm wondering what you would say to somebody who may be watching right now, who's thinking, I'm just embarrassed to go and get some help, or I'm embarrassed to even question whether or not I'm being scammed.
Oh my God, Abby, a million times I've heard that. Yeah, don't be afraid. That's what we do. We're always there. We're willing to listen. We have heard every story you can imagine. It's hard to stump my team. We've got a group of people here and they've heard every story. We check every single story out. We're always glad to help. I mean, if they have a story, we're willing to listen. There's no judgment. We've had college professors and ordinary, everyday people get tricked by these scams. That's how elaborate they are. And without talking about it and thinking about it, you'll fall victim to it sooner or later.
Well, you'll fall victim to it. And if you don't call attention to it, that person is going to go on to scam somebody else. And if your information could potentially stop that scammer. So I would say you got to bite the bullet and cut your losses and hope for the best.
Yeah. Dan, thank you so much for your time today. It was a pleasure chatting with you, and we really appreciate all of the insight on this International Fraud Awareness Week. Like you said, you could help somebody else out just by going and reporting a problem.
Absolutely. Dan, thank you again.
We're always there. We're always there for you. You call us anytime, we'll talk.
And we appreciate it. We do. And we will post all of the information you at home need to know if you have been victimized or think you may be being victimized on our website, foxrochester.com, so you can keep yourself safe.
Time right now is 9:20. Don't go anywhere. We have a lot more to get to here on Arc Rochester.
We're back after this.
1, 2, 3. Canal Street, 1, 2, 3. 2 backhoes, 1, 2, 3.
How close are we?
Said about a minute. I'm gonna step out of the way. It's a pretty grisly scene. What are we doing over here, though? It's making me nervous.
Welcome back. It's time for this morning's Filling Your Feed. Let's go now to an ongoing investigation after a massive fire broke out on the city's west side last night. Officials say at least one firefighter was injured in that 4-alarm fire inside a vacant building on Canal Street. Our Chris Lopez is live now at the scene and has more information to share with us. Chris, what do you know?
Yeah, Steph, we're here on Canal Street, and they're demolishing that probably about a football field away. They've been doing so with those 2 backhoe loaders from about 6:30, so almost 3 hours now they've been working on that, and they've got about 1/8 to 1/4 of that building demolished. This could take anywhere from a few days to a few months to completely demolish this building. The top of the building is pretty much rubble. There's still smoke coming out, and this was a 4-alarm fire that started at 7:15 yesterday evening, and like you said, it was a vacant commercial building. There was dozens of firefighters here to battle that fire. We were told about 56 in total. The roof of the building collapsed during the blaze, and like you said, one firefighter was hurt, but we learned a little bit earlier that the extent of that injury was nothing major. The apartment building that is adjacent to this commercial building that burned down was evacuated, but it was evacuated out of precaution. Here's Rochester Fire Lieutenant Jackie Sierra talking about the extent of the fire.
So again, the size of the structure is a challenge in itself. With the amount of fire, it's hard to get to the seat of the fire. Again, structural collapse is a big challenge for us. We had to stay 75 feet away from the building, and obviously the roof did collapse.
Canal Street is shut down for the foreseeable future. They have blocked it off right now. Police have, or Rochester, the city of Rochester blocked it off probably about 30 minutes ago, so no one can head down Canal Street as they demolish this building. We are still working to find out how this fire exactly was caused, and we'll keep you updated online or in our later shows. Reporting in Rochester, Chris Lopez, 13 WHAM News.
All right, Chris, thank you so much. And just to reiterate, you heard that Canal Street, that section of Canal Street is closed off right now. So no incoming traffic. You may want to find a different route if that is a part of your daily commute. But that commercial building, again, was a part of that 4-alarm fire that happened last night. We have reached out to Rochester firefighters for more information as to the cause of that fire. But we are hearing, as Chris reported, that the firefighter was not seriously injured in this case. Stick around with us. We have much more here on ARC Rochester. We're back after this.
9:29, good Tuesday morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us here on Arc Rochester. I'm Dan Schrack.
I'm Abby Ferdman. We still have a lot to get to this morning on Arc Rochester, but we're going to get right into our next segment.
Yeah, holiday shopping season right around the corner. Kids are already making the lists of the toys they want to unwrap this year.
Yeah, this morning we're getting some insight as to what might be on some of those lists. The Toy Association is tracking the hottest toys. We have Jennifer Lynch, the toy trend specialist, with us this morning. Thank you so much for coming in. You have, at least from what I can see, a really great display there, Jennifer.
A lot of toys.
Absolutely. A lot of toys. My daughter has been eyeing a lot of the toys that are on the table right now. For sure. Happy holidays.
Hey,
thank
to you.
you. Jennifer, let me ask first and foremost, because Abigail and I were discussing this earlier, how do you get this job? How do you get the job as like the toy specialist? Because I want a title like that.
Pure luck. I'll tell you that much. Pure luck. Yeah,
that is fair.
Sure.
That is fair.
Yes. Pure luck, and I really do have the best job for sure.
It sounds like it.
But let's leap into it and get started by talking about this toy I got down at the end of the table here. So I've got a little one who is a big fan of Spidey and his amazing friends. And this is a place that's going to bring that to life for little ones. So this is the Spidey and his amazing friends Mega Jump HQ track set from Jazzwares. It's a 39-inch dual track set, great racing action. It comes with 2 exclusive amazing metals racing cars, sorry. So we've got the Spidey's Web Crawler, we've got Spin's Techno Racer, we've got the Web Quarters at the top where kids can play out their imaginative storylines. There's also an elevator built in, and when they send them down the racetrack, there is web tunnels built in too. So really great pretend play.
Web tunnels.
How neat is that?
I like it. What is that like a kid's Vespa?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, over here.
Yeah.
This is so this is a really great option. It's both kid powered. This is a kid powered scooter, but it's also great for some Play-Doh play. So this is the Play-Doh pizza delivery scooter.
What?
This is for ages 3 and up. It's a kid powered ride on, so they can ride it. But it's also great because it's going to inspire that imaginative play. Kids can make and deliver their own pizzas with this. So in the back, there's an oven that they can pop open. They can make their pretend pizzas there. They've got a little phone. You can place your orders for delivery. You can beep the horn on the scooter to let your customers know when their deliveries are ready. So really great, inspiring pretend play with Play-Doh. There's 10 compounds included, along with 16 accessories. So
all they
really
need is a
great,
DoorDash account for this thing.
Yeah, seriously.
They'll be
right?
making some serious
Look,
cash.
I don't have kids. I don't have friends with kids, but please let me buy this for somebody.
I know. It sounds like so much fun.
Can you imagine the pictures?
I'd be ordering pizzas every day.
Every day. The kid would be like, please stop.
Yeah.
Let me go home.
I'm out of Play-Doh.
No, this is my daughter is waiting for me to be done with this segment today just so she can play with it, for sure.
I love it.
I've also got really great educational toys, too, in front of me. Over here, we've got the Lego Gravity Drop. This is from Klutz, and it actually combines Legos with papercraft. So it's really great for ages 8 and up, budding engineers. Kids can actually build out using the Lego pieces and the papercraft 5 different games, but it's really endless customization for kids with this one. Hands-on physics learning to incorporate it, and a great book that comes with a guide that kids can follow, or they can kind of go off script to make their own papercraft Lego creations. Really fun and engaging.
That's kind of cool.
Also in front of me, I've got Booksies. This is a brand new collectible line that's going to spark a love of reading for little ones ages 3 and up. So this is kind of about tactile imaginative play combined with reading and collectability. So I know you're looking at them and you're probably just seeing figures in front of me, but when you pop them open, they've actually got mini books hidden inside that kids can read based on different characters. So we've got them from the world of PMI's Monster Tales. We've got Paw Patrol characters, the whole assortment. We've also got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So this is going to be so fun for kids to read along the little books with them, but also then play out the storylines with the characters as well. And a little bit of storage built into them too, which I really like.
Does it come with a magnifying glass for mom and dad when they need to read those books at bedtime?
I wish, but no. But at least kids can do the reading with this
This is
one.
true. This is true.
Oh my gosh. Jennifer, out of all of these, oh, sorry, go ahead. You have one more?
I do have one more, and I don't want to miss it because I'm sure there's a lot of Transformers fans out there. So this is a Transformers 1 Power Flip Optimus Prime Orion Pax action figure. And this is all about the following Optimus Prime's heroic journey from the Transformers 1 movie. It's got 4 modes of transformation built in. It's going to grow from 8 inches to 10 inches. There's lights, sounds, and phrases to bring to life one of Transformers fans' favorite characters.
What is it called again? It's got one of the longest titles I've ever heard.
I know. It's the Transformers 1 Power Flip Optimus Prime Orion Pax action figure.
Girl, now I know why you have. Now I know why you have the title that you do.
Yeah, that's why she's got the job.
That's impressive. Oh my gosh. I know. I was just gonna say, I love it. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Out of all of those, Jennifer, I know which one you said your kids are excited for. Which one do you think you're most excited for?
Oh, you know what? I really do love all of them, but I'm like one of those fans of reading, so I do love the little bit of collectability here. I'm also like a big arts and crafts person, so I think that this Lego Gravity Drop is also really cool. And again, my daughter is going to be going crazy for all these toys when she can get her hands on them.
Yeah, something tells me the dinner menu is going to consist of Play-Doh pizza for at least the next month at your house.
At least. Jennifer, thank you for your time today. We appreciate it. Happy holidays. And we'll post this segment on our website, foxrochester.com. Good to talk with you, Jennifer. Thanks.
Appreciate it.
And you know what I realized?
What?
I do have friends with kids. Chrissy, Sage, and Oliver, if you're watching, you're getting the Play-Doh delivery.
We should have had.
What is it, a Vespa?
It's a Vespa.
You're getting it for Christmas this year.
How old is the baby?
Well, they're little kids. They can play with Play-Doh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right,
Sage
listen,
and Oliver,
you can get it preemptively, though, if you have friends that you know are going to get married and want to have kids.
No, they need it
Get
now.
it for them now.
No, they're getting it now.
Hey, stick around. We've got a lot more to come here on Arc Rochester this morning.
We're back after this.
Here, it's going to come out to Abby and I. We will introduce the two of you. We'll have about 4.5 minutes to chat, 5 minutes maybe. It'll go by super fast. Talk to us, ignore the cameras, and if I can have you both say your name right now.
Damian Landrum.
Gwendolyn Griffin.
Great.
You guys got that?
We're all good.
All right. 9:40 on this Tuesday morning. Welcome back. This season's play by the RIT Players is putting a focus on love letters. It sounds like a rom-com, but it has a 1930s European setting.
Yeah, let's find out what's in those love letters. We're joined now by the directors of She Loves Me. Please welcome Damian Landrum and Gwendolyn Griffin. Thank you both so much for waking up bright and early and coming in.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. So we kind of teased it there for you and teed it up. Tell us about the show. What is it about?
It's really fun. It's about a Hungarian perfumery and all the clerks who work there. It's kind of like Bath and Body Works, but in the 1930s.
In Hungary.
But it's about kind of the two main clerks, and they are both writing to love letters to anonymous pen pals that you get to find out slowly is each other. But at work, they actually hate each other. And so it's a really fun, like, enemies to lovers as they slowly figure out who each other are.
It's very You've Got Mail.
I was just going to say that. It does remind me of
Very You've Got Mail. Instead of a bookstore, a Bath and Body Works.
Yeah, or kind of a Bath and Body Works. For you guys, how are you enjoying the directing part of all of this? I feel like that's something that usually is one person, not two.
It's been a lot of fun, and it's really helpful when, especially as full-time students, I'm able to be like, hey, on Monday nights, I've got staff meetings for my other job at the school. Can you run rehearsal for me? And then we can talk things out, and it just sometimes allows the pressure to be taken off of so much of one person.
Do you find that one of you excels at giving particular type of guidance to a performer and the other might excel at the technical side of that?
It's kind of funny is both of us really like tech. There's kind of two sides to tech. There's tech, and then there's props and costuming, and he loves props and costuming, and I like the tech. And so I'm constantly sitting with the tech people because we all have like classes in the same building and we meet every day and we're always talking about it. So I definitely like the tech side, and he really likes meeting with the props and costume people.
What is it that you like about that?
I just like putting together outfits, and I like making things. I like creating little props.
Yeah.
My favorite one was last show, so.
What was that?
We did Radium Girls, and I made a big clock with the rest of the props team.
Oh, very
That's
cool.
very cool. It's always adventurous or exciting to make something out of nothing, and then you get to show and work around your piece of artwork on stage for people.
Oh yeah, it's really exciting. And it's kind of exciting as the directors that our piece of artwork is the people who are then working on top of that art that all the tech has created. And so it's been a lot of fun to just see different parts slowly come together more and more, and you're like, wow, I saw that one day and now it's not in my head, it's them doing stuff.
What is the lesson learned in this show? What are people going to walk away with?
I think it's definitely a kind of don't judge people too quickly kind of thing, because for the most part, everyone makes snap judgments of everyone in the show. And then by the end of the show, they've all realized, wow, shouldn't have made that snap judgment of you. It really ruined our lives for a couple of months that we could have been happy. And so it's a really fun takeaway, because it's not just the main love couple who gets that enemies to others. It's everyone who kind of goes, I made a snap judgment of you. Oh, wow, you're actually a much deeper person who has much more going on. We can kind of be friends. And it's really cool to just see the growth of everyone.
It's really neat to be able to explore the character and see what makes each person tick when you're on your side of the stage, because you get to help in that process of creating that heartbeat, you know? Really incredible stuff. For somebody sitting at home who says they need to see this show, when, where, and how do they get tickets?
It is going to be Friday the 22nd, Saturday the 23rd, and Sunday the 24th. Friday and Saturday, 8 p.m. Sunday, it's 2 p.m. Students are free. Alumni is, I believe, $5, and the general public is $10. And if you look up RIT campus groups, you can pre-order your ticket, or they are taking cash at the door, or they'll show you how to sign in at the door if you want to do the online order as well.
Very
Perfect. And we will post that information for you at home on our website, foxrochester.com.
Thank you both so much for your time today. We appreciate it. Time right now is 9:45. Don't go anywhere. We have a little bit more to get to as we continue with Arc Rochester.
We're back after this.
And then if you can just type that up of what they're seeing with that, like, just give me
(9:48) this morning, we're continuing our coverage of National Diabetes Month with a look at some tools to manage it and foods to consider adding to your diet.
Yeah, that's right. We've asked our good friend, nutritionist Kelly Springer, to join us this morning with some ideas that are good for our overall health. Kelly, always great to see you. Thanks so much for coming in via Zoom.
Thank you so much for having me. And well, looking up statistics, even I was shocked at how many people are dealing with diabetes. So we're talking about 39 million Americans have diabetes. 2 million of those have type 1, which is an autoimmune disease, but 95% have type 2. What's also shocking is that 98 million have pre-diabetes. So we're talking a lot of people are affected by diabetes.
98 million, you said, have pre-diabetes?
Yes, that is correct. And so as a registered dietitian, what I want to give to you right now is that you have the power yourself and anyone who's watching to actually reverse and prevent type 2 and pre-diabetes. Now, when we get into type 1, that is an autoimmune, and so we cannot right now with the science, we don't have the ability to prevent or reverse that, but we do for 98 million people out there, we can, and also for for that 95% that have type 2. So how do we do that? And that's why I'm here today, to educate you on fruits and vegetables, because they're packed with, you know, my favorite word, that word fiber. And fiber truly does help stabilize those blood sugar levels. And one vegetable I really want to highlight are beets, because beets are incredible because they contain naturally occurring nitrates, and this can help improve circulation, help support healthy blood pressure, in even lower blood sugar levels. And so that's why I have Natrava here today. This makes it so easy. They have a powder, and it's convenient to get this into your daily routine. You can mix it into water, a smoothie, or even recipes. It's simple and it tastes delicious. Plus, I have lots of different ways to get in that fiber-rich source.
Yeah, so let's talk about some of those ways.
Yeah, so we have in here too, we have our vegetables with hummus. This is going to be mixing in our all of the nutrients and vitamins, our fiber, with some protein. Protein also does help stabilize blood sugar levels. We have some oat muffins, which have that really good whole grain, and these are mixed in with some dry fruit. And then of course our berries are going to have those nutrients, vitamins, antioxidants, which can also help prevent it. So right now, a registered dietitian, like, this is the #1 covered diagnosis. So our dietitians are ready to see anyone to help you get healthier. It's not too late. It's the right time to jump on board. The food is medicine movement is coming. And so right now with Natrava, you can actually get, there's a special. If you use code Kelly's Choice, you get 45% off as your order for Black Friday sale. Just go to NatravaHealth.com and you can get this amazing product, and also reach out to kellyschoice.org and you can book your dietitian. So as you can tell, I'm beyond excited for this, because I think people don't understand they have the power to change their health today.
Kelly, talk to us. Tell me a little bit more about Natrava. You mentioned beets in the beginning. What else is in there?
All right, so this is an amazing product. Plus, it tastes really great. So a lot of people are like, beets, I don't know, they have an earthy flavor. This is not. Cherry berry, and this is going to contain vitamins, minerals, and it's also going to take that naturally occurring nitrate. And that's a big, huge part, because that is what truly does help with circulation and helping to lower those blood sugar levels. So this is a really fantastic product. It's in my cupboard. It's something that I give my kids. It tastes great, and it's an easy way to add in that nutrition.
I think people underestimate what beets actually taste like. I think a lot of people automatically think earthy when you're talking about drinking beet juice.
Yeah.
It's sweet.
Yeah, and I'm a big beet fan. I was that kid at Thanksgiving next to the relish tray eating all the beets. So I've always loved them since I was a little teeny kid.
Yeah, I think they're delightful, and the benefits from them really outstanding.
Yes.
Okay.
I did want to ask you, while we still have time, talk to us about your website and the services you offer there.
Absolutely. So kellyschoice.org, we have a plethora of dietitians that are ready to see you. We have telehealth services. So we have day, evening, and weekend availability to be able to see you anytime and to work with your family and your specific needs. So if you're coming in with any health-related issues or just want a healthier diet, most likely insurance covers our services. So we are in network with Blue Cross Blue Shield, Highmark, getting in with United Healthcare, Cigna, Aetna. So any of those insurance we do cover for any of these nutrition services, which a lot of people don't know that this is a covered service.
Love that.
Very good. Kelly Springer, thanks so much for your time today. Hit them with the website before we head off.
kellyschoice.org, and you can go to NatravaHealth.com.
Beautiful. And we'll post all of that information on our website, foxrochester.com, after the show. Thank you, Kelly.
Time right now, 9:53. When we come back, our final thoughts of the morning.
We're back after this.
9:56, welcome back. Time for the final thoughts of the morning here on ARC Rochester.
Yeah, we're going to get right to the poll of the day since we're just a couple of days away now from Thanksgiving. Well, a little more than a week. We wanted to know what you look for when you're shopping for the perfect bird.
Sorry, I have the hiccups. Here
Oh,
are the
okay,
options.
I'll take care of this.
No, I got
Okay,
it. Okay, here we go. Bigger is better. If it's organic, price matters, or no turkey for me.
Bigger bird? Big bird? What?
Bigger is, what? Did I say that?
No.
Oh, okay.
But
Price
that's how it's worded.
matters. Yeah.
See,
I hear ya.
I'm with the 15% of you that said
Yeah.
no turkey for me. Tofu only. We got some comments.
Yeah.
Can we see them?
Let's see if we can pull them up real quick.
We've got 20 seconds. I prefer fresh, not frozen. There are turkey farms to buy direct.
Yeah, there you
Look
go.
at that. Okay.
All right. I hear you. All right, we've also got fresh from Ridgecrest on Route 104, locally grown.
If you haven't
heard one, get one next year. You'll never get another frozen store-bought Butterball again.
How do you like that? One more. Let's see. I buy the cheapest per pound turkey Walmart sells. Never had a bad one.
Good
advice, people. Hey, join us tomorrow morning. 13 Wham starts at 4:57 on ABC.
Yep, and we have much more live local news later.